okay, but you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
Legendary boxer Mike Tyson is set to return to the boxing ring with his highly anticipated match against Jake Paul scheduled for July 20th in Arlington, Texas. The match has garnered mixed reactions, with fans wondering whether or not the 57-year-old boxer will be able to compete against a 27-year-old Paul. Packed with an eventful past, it isn't the boxer's first time creating news. Here's a look at some of the most controversial and disturbing moments from Mike Tyson's eventful life. Tyson's childhood experiences had a profound impact on his life, shaping him into the person he is today. The boxer grew up in a tough environment that was marked by poverty, violence, and crime. Growing up, he never knew his biological father, Purcell Tyson, and his stepfather, Jimmy Kirkpatrick, abandoned the family when Tyson was just 2 years old, leaving his mother to raise him and his two siblings alone. This naturally made it hard for a young Tyson to cope with an absent father and a mother suffering from substance abuse. This was not all, as his mother also left him alone and thought of him as a wild child. He claimed that he would come home with stolen clothes and items, which had a negative impact on their emotional relationship. After shifting to Brownsville, also known as the murder capital of New York, a young Tyson saw a significant change in his thought process. Everything was so hostile. Cops always stopping you, ambulances always coming to pick up somebody, guns always going off, people are getting stabbed, he recalled in an interview. As a timid and pudgy kid with a lisp and glasses in one of the roughest areas in the country, it was either fight back or fade away. A young Tyson was sexually abused by a stranger when he was 7, and he was never shy about picking fights with kids and even their dads. Tyson packed the first punch of his life against a bully who ripped the head off his pigeon when he was just 9. Tyson has regularly spoken about his passion for pigeons, which he said was initially a way for him to escape from the bullying he endured as a child. By the age of 10, Tyson joined a local gang called the Jolly Stompers, who, despite the name, weren't quite as friendly as they sounded. By 11, he'd already been introduced to acid and cocaine, and had been arrested more than 38 times before he was even a teenager, after which he was sent to a juvenile detention center for committing various crimes. While in the center, Tyson met a boxing coach who introduced him to the sport. Boxing became a way for Tyson to channel his aggression and anger in a more positive direction. To sum up his early existence, the boxer once said, "I came from such a morbid home life that I couldn't live without feeling the hot stones and seeing the blazing fires. Hell was my life. It was my world. It was where I grew up." Robin Givens, an aspiring actress in the 1980s, tied the knot with the established heavyweight champion and split after just 1 year of marriage. While the world saw the marriage between Tyson and Givens as a happy one, Givens soon revealed her version of the story, in which Tyson was abusive and mentally ill. Givens leveled several allegations against Tyson, describing their marriage as torture, pure hell, worse than anything I, Givens, could possibly imagine, in a joint interview with Barbara Walters. She also added how the boxer shook her, pushed her, and tried to scare her until the moment she couldn't take it anymore, feeling very afraid. Shortly after this incident, Tyson took to the media to state that Givens tried to steal his possessions, following which claims were made that the ex-wife was a gold digger who married the boxer only for his riches. Givens filed a $125 million lawsuit against Tyson, while their divorce got approved in February 1989. Tyson's career seemed to end in 1991, when he was booked and slapped with rape charges. He was awarded 6 years of prison, as well as 4 years of probation in 1992, after it was proved he sexually assaulted Miss Black Rhode Island Desiree Washington in his hotel room. Tyson, however, claimed the sex was consensual. She knows it, God knows it, and the consequences of her actions are something that she's got to live with for the rest of her life. He wrote in his book, Undisputed Truth, my autobiography. Post-prison, Tyson briefly recaptured the heavyweight title in 1996, which indicated that all was not over for the boxer. While serving jail time for 1991 rape charges, the boxer routinely had sex with female visitors who came to see him while he was locked in jail. One of Mike Tyson's former managers has said that the boxer could have been the greatest ever if not for his weakness for women. He has also told of how Tyson's team faced a continuous struggle to keep the boxer's sex addiction under control, even resorting to employing security guards to watch him before fights and to stop him from sneaking out of his room looking for sex. Tyson once revealed, In Las Vegas, I had access to the VIP of nightclubs, and I had a prostitute who was my girlfriend. When I was young, I was an animal with money, party with everybody, and their mothers, their sisters, and their cousins. Orgies. I was crazy, referred to as the bite fight. Tyson, after returning from prison, found himself embroiled in controversy when he bit both the ears of Evander Holyfield in the ring in 1997. After the match was stopped, Tyson went on a rampage at Holyfield and his trainer, Brooks, while they were still in their corner. To protect Holyfield, security surrounded him in his corner, and Tyson was escorted back to his space. The injured player left the ring minutes after the interview, which gave the fans and audience a hint that the match was over. He also told the press afterward how Tyson bit him because he knew he was going to get knocked out, and he chose to lose in a disqualification instead. Tyson, after the scandal, lost his boxing license, which was later reinstated. He was also asked to pay nearly $260,000 as a fine. Tyson threatened to kill Lennox Lewis while he was preparing for the world heavyweight title fight in Hawaii. He said, "My main objective in the fight is to be a professional, but to kill him." The threat raised many eyebrows as the boxer previously lunged at Lewis during the original press conference to publicize his fight in New York. He was refused a license to fight in Nevada because of his record, citing worries about recreating the wildness that possessed him to bite Evander Holyfield's ear during the world title fight in 1997. Tyson had been vocal about his problems with drug abuse, most notably cocaine. The boxer used cocaine throughout his career, even before the start of his big fights. "I was a full-blown cokehead," he further wrote in his autobiography, "The history of war is the history of drugs. Every great general and warrior from the beginning of time was high." The boxer even found a novel way to cheat drug tests by using a fake detachable penis, which he would fill with his baby's and wife's urine. "I put my baby's urine in it. And one time I was using my wife's, and my wife was like, 'Baby, you better not hope that it comes back pregnant or something,'" confessed the boxer in an interview. However, the device failed him in 2000 when he tested positive for marijuana and was fined $191,000. Tyson appears to be back in incredible shape, posting videos of his training, looking to push himself in order to recreate his glory days. The boxer has, however, been warned about the multiple health scares that come with it. Concerns for the boxing great's health were heightened in August 2022, when photos showed Tyson wheelchair-bound while also clutching a walking stick in an airport terminal. A month on, Tyson revealed that he suffered with sciatica, a condition where the nerve which runs from your lower back to your feet is irritated or compressed, as he sought to clarify the speculation surrounding his well-being. "I have sciatica every now and then. It flares up. When it flares up, I can't even talk. Thank God it's the only health problem I have. I'm splendid now." The boxer shed light on his health condition. Previously, he has also broken his back, having 2 vertebrae removed and titanium rods inserted, in addition to multiple hand injuries and busting his head due to sparring. Yet, despite a string of previous health issues and a 30-year age gap with his latest opponent, Tyson is still planning to step into the ring once again when he faces Paul. What do you think about Tyson's impending fight? Is it a wise move to relive his glory days, or a move made out of desperation? Let us know in the comments.